Greetings, baseball fans, and welcome to the Skyline Conference matchup between the Henley Hornets and the Phoenix Pirates. We're coming to you live from Klamath Falls, Oregon on a beautiful sunny afternoon where it's about 60 degrees right now here in Klamath, 62 to be exact, and we are ready for the Hornets taking on the Pirates. My name is Josh Eldridge. So glad that you're with us today. We're getting started a little bit earlier than we thought we would. Originally first pitch scheduled for 5 o'clock, moving it up to about 4:45 as both teams have already taken the field. Well, I guess the hometown Hornets have taken the field. Henley this afternoon in their yellow uniforms with white pants and pinstripes. Their letters and numbers are navy blue across the front and back for Phoenix this afternoon. Gray jerseys with navy sleeves. They've got white numbers and letters with light blue trim, navy blue pants, and red socks for the Phoenix Pirates. We're really excited for this one. The Hornets entering play today are 9-10 on the season, a perfect 9-0 in conference play, and for the Phoenix Pirates with a 8-10 overall record. They have 6-3 overall this year as we are ready to meet the teams, and we'll start with the Phoenix Pirates again, getting started just a little bit early this afternoon. Leading off, Raylyssa Goff, the Phoenix pitcher, is going to be getting things started this afternoon for the Phoenix Pirates. Annie Campos in the circle for the Hornets. And Campos ready to deliver our first pitch this afternoon. And it is going to be looked at low for ball one. The rest of the Phoenix Pirates order goes like this. Addie Bright is catching and hitting second. Hitting third, Jaden Voss at short. Batting cleanup, the center fielder Carson Gallegos. Violet Harper bats fifth in left field as Annie Campos ready to deliver the 1-0 to Goff. It is looked at high, fastball 2-0. Batting sixth for the Phoenix Pirates, Paitlin Croy at third base. The first baseman, Izzy Gilmore, batting seventh in the Pirates order. As Campos comes set with the 2-0, delivers. Comes inside a bit and misses on the inside part of the plate, 3-0 to Goff. Batting eighth for the Phoenix Pirates, Kayla Wilcox. And rounding out the Phoenix order is Morgan James in second base. 3-0 count to start out Raylyssa Goff this afternoon. The pitch from Campos, that one is going to miss high. A 4-pitch walk to start the afternoon to Raylyssa Goff, and that will bring up Addie Bright. Campos, a strike thrower. She's done well throughout league play this season for the Hornets. The rest of her defense looks like this. Lilly Fitzpatrick behind the plate as she... Well, I guess that was still Raylyssa Goff. There was called strike one, but that was ball four. Regardless, Lilly Fitzpatrick is behind the dish for the Hornets. Elizabeth Powell at third. Caroline Mick at short. Jessica Northcutt at second. And Anna Harper at first. We'll get you the outfield after this as Addie Bright steps into the batter's box for the Pirates. The first pitch is lifted into shallow left field. A base hit for Addie Bright. Runners at first and second to get the Pirates started this afternoon. First hit of the day for Phoenix comes with nobody out in the top of the first. Goff now to second. And that brings up Jaden Voss. The right-handed hitting Voss steps in and takes a hack at the first pitch she sees, fouls it back for strike one. For the Hornets in left, Alhana Benson, Malia Mick in center, and Maddie Moore in right field for the Hornets. Annie Campos ready with the 0-1 pitch, delivering it to Voss, and swung on and missed. Campos ahead in the count, 0-2. Watched Annie warm up just a little bit, and she slings them in there, man. The pop of the glove, it is something to hear. And Fitzpatrick just has fun. They catch her with smiles on her face. I asked her if she'd ever clocked how hard Annie threw. They said they haven't done it yet, but it's definitely something they're thinking about. The 0-2 pitch to Voss is a line drive to first base. Gloved by Harper. She touches on first herself for the double play as she got Bright before she could tag back to first. So now 2 outs in the inning. And a runner on second brings up Carson Gallegos, the starting center fielder for the Pirates. Gallegos again with a runner on second in Raylyssa Goff. The first pitch to her is swung on and missed, and he gets ahead in the count 0-1. Campos today was named an All-State Honorable Mention basketball player. She was first-team All-Conference in the Skyline Conference, and again earned an honorable mention in the All-State teams for the 4A. Swing and a miss to Gallegos, 0-2. No Phoenix Pirates making the list on the All-State basketball teams, but Campos, just a sophomore and already cracking those lists. A bright future ahead, no doubt. The 0-2 swung on and missed, and Campos sets down Gallegos to retire the side. Still scoreless from Henley High School. We go to the bottom of the first. The Hornets and the Pirates in a Skyline Conference matchup continues on 104.3 and 960 Sports with HD video on MyBasin.
So lonely, I just sigh and moan. Seems like I've been away forever, wondering if you're coming home. I just saw your face, I know you're coming home. I swear there is no place home. And then I heard your voice, I know you're coming home, I know you're coming home.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coldwell Banker, where home begins.
We're back at the bottom of the first inning on 104.3 960 Sports. We've got HD video on MyBasin.com. Skyline Conference matchup between the Hornets and the Pirates. Just take a quick look now at the Skyline Conference standings for softball this season. Henley has had a fantastic go at things. As a matter of fact, they're tied with Mazama for the top of the conference. Each team is 9-0. Phoenix is in third place. They are 6-3 in the conference. Behind them, Hidden Valley is 3-6. They earned 2 wins over Klamath Union this weekend via forfeit. Unsure exactly why Klamath Union forfeited those 2 weekend games against Hidden Valley. It's not like their program is going away anytime soon. I mean, they played yesterday, after all, at Lapine. So, curious there. Hidden Valley's 3-6. Klamath Union and North Valley each 0-9, rounding out the Skyline Conference. We're ready for softball as Malia Mick, the left-hander, steps in and takes strike one for the Hornets. Malia Mick leads off for Henley in center field. Elizabeth Powell bats second at third. Lilly Fitzpatrick hits third and is the catcher for the Hornets as Malia Mick swings and misses. Strike two to the Hornets center fielder. Annie Campos, the pitcher, bats cleanup for Henley, and Anna Harper hits fifth, playing at first base today. Batting sixth, the right fielder, Maddie Moore. The 0-2 home to Malia Mick, swing and a miss, but Bright dropped it. The throw down to first, and Gilmore can't glove it. And Mick is safe. On the play, reaching on the error. And we've got a runner at first and nobody out. Mick swung and missed at the first 3 pitches she saw. Bright dropped the third strike, and Mick is aboard safely at first after the error. First pitch into Powell is in for strike one, a fastball inside corner. Getting ahead of Powell. Batting seventh for the Hornets, Ashlyn Cernowski, designated player. The shortstop, Caroline Mick, is hitting eighth. And rounding out the Hornets order, left fielder, Alhana Benson. The 0-1 pitch lifted in center field. Elizabeth Powell, wave it goodbye. A 2-run shot for Elizabeth Powell, and the Henley Hornets lead 2-0. Henley jumps out in front 2-0 after a 2-run shot from Elizabeth Powell here in the top of the first inning, or the bottom of the first inning, excuse me. brings up Lilly Fitzpatrick. And for Raylissa Goff, the pitcher for Phoenix, chance to reset herself a little bit. Now you deal with nobody on, still nobody out. And Lilly Fitzpatrick stepping in. Around the diamond for the Pirates, Bright at catcher, Croy at third, Voss at short. The first pitch to Fitzpatrick misses outside, 1-0. At second base, Morgan James, Izzy Gilmore at first for the Pirates. Violet Harper in left, Carson Gallegos in center. The 1-0 misses low, 2-0. And Wilcox in right for the Phoenix Pirates. They're starting 9 this afternoon. Pitch comes inside and misses to Fitzpatrick, ahead in the count now 3-0. The catcher, Lilly Fitzpatrick. Annie Campos is on deck. Raylissa Goff trying to record her first out this inning, already 2 runs home. The pitch finds the upper outside corner to the right-handed hitting Fitzpatrick. 3 balls and a strike now to Lilly. The other one on its way is in there for strike 2. The Hornets playing the Pirates this afternoon. An 8-year winning streak over Phoenix. The Pirates haven't taken one from Henley since 2014. The pitch is a line drive in left field. That one has a chance, and it is gone. Back-to-back home runs for the Henley Hornets has them in business. They lead 3-0 off the bat of Lilly Fitzpatrick. And the entire team comes out of the dugout to congratulate Lilly. And usually you're in the dugout standing still, but not this Hornets team. They're making plenty of trots out to home plate to congratulate their players for going yard. That'll bring up Annie Campos. 3-0, Henley lead. Annie Campos now looking to get on the action. The first pitch to her misses outside, 1-0. Along with this 8-year winning streak that Henley has against these Phoenix Pirates, you might also recall what we've been keeping track of is an 85-game conference winning streak against everyone in league. The Hornets have not lost in 85 tries, and they're already ahead 3-0 here in the top of the first with nobody out. They count 2-0 to Campos. A swing and a miss on that pitch makes it 2-1. Fastball coming in from Raylissa Goff. Already 2 home runs in the game for the Hornets. Campos watches that one find the bottom of the zone right around her knees and over the plate. Count now 2 balls and 2 strikes to Annie. Goff re-enters the circle. Ready to deliver again. The 2-2 is swung on and missed, and Annie Campos goes down on strikes for the first out in the bottom of the first. Anna Harper steps in now. Harper, the right-handed hitting first baseman for the Hornets. This Henley team has won 9 of their last 10 contests. Pitch misses high to Anna Harper. But even through these last 10 games and 9 wins for the Hornets, still on the outside looking in when it comes to the coaches poll top 10. Now this Hornets team started at number 2 in the state way back in February when the preseason coaches polls came out, and in March, as the count is 1-0 to Anna Harper. That one misses down and in, 2-0. Hornets then got out to an 0-9 start to the season. Now they did play some tough teams. We've talked about it a little bit, but this Hornets team, right, they lost to South Medford, a 6A school. Lebanon, another tough place. Barlow, a 6A school. Sheldon, 6A school. A couple losses to Yamhill Carlton, but they're a decent 3A team. You also lost to Marist, who is a top 4A team. And you wind up in the preseason 0-9 as Anna Harper fouls one back there. 2 balls and 2 strikes to count to her. And the Hornets have fallen out of the top 10 entirely, even after rebounding once you enter league play. still searching for their first non-league win of the season. The pitch to Harper, swung on and missed, and Harper goes down on strikes. Back-to-back strikeouts for Goff. Brings up Matty Moore. Now, there is one other Skyline Conference team that is in the top 10, and that would be Mazama. Mazama finds himself at number 7 in this week's coaches poll. The first pitch finds the upper half of the zone. Matty Moore down 0-1 in the count. And Mazama even had to struggle to get into that coaches poll top 10 because they weren't ranked last time the poll came out. So finally, the Vikings gain a little bit of respect in the coaches poll and find themselves at number 7. These Hornets not even receiving significant votes. The pitch comes inside, misses to Moore. 1-1. Of course, it will be the Vikings and the Hornets next week. The pitch home to Moore, bounces to the plate, and Bryant won't be able to stop it from getting by her, but no one's on base. 2-1, the count to Moore. In a game that will, a 3-game series that will likely decide the Skyline Conference and how the playoffs shake out around the state. Pitch inside the zone to Matty Moore. That one seemed to break back over the plate. 2 balls and 2 strikes to the Henley right fielder. Raylis Goff back in the circle, delivers the 2-2, swung on and missed, and the Hornets go down with 3 strikeouts, but not before 2 home runs. Give the Hornets a 3-0 lead. We head to the top half of the second inning on 104.3 and 960 Sports with HD video on mybasin.com.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and Little League teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars. There are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account, to retirement planning, and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between, we keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
We're back on 104.3 960 Sports and HD video on mybasin.com. Henley Hornets lead the Phoenix Pirates 3-0, and we are in the top of the second inning. Leading off for the Pirates is Violet Harper, the left fielder, the 5th hitter in the Phoenix order. Campos already behind her now, 1-0. Campos delivers that one, a ground ball to second. Northcutt up with it, the throw in time. And Harper grounds out to start the second inning. And that will bring up Paitlin Croy starting at third today for Henley, left-handed hitter. Phoenix has a couple of these left-handed hitters and some that could even become switch hitters as well. The pitch misses outside to Croy. So they were taking batting practice. You'd see some hitters bat from the right side and made some pretty good contact, and then they would switch to the left and practice the slap hits. Pitch misses low from Campos. Croy ahead in the count, 2-0. On deck, Izzy Gilmore. It was 5, 6, and 7 in this inning for the Pirates. Already one gone in the top of the second. Henley leads 3-0. The pitch from Campos in there for strike 1. 2-1 now the count to Paitlin Croy. You know, we've talked quite a bit about the playoff picture in the state as the 2-1 pitch misses high, 3-1 to Croy. Right now it's looking like Henley has a pretty solid shot at making the postseason, whether it be in a play-in round or it be in an at-large berth into the first 8 selected into the state tournament as Campos misses low and away a 5-pitch walk granted to Paitlin Croy. And that will bring up Izzy Gilmore. The top team from each conference, there are 6 conferences in the state of Oregon. Of course, you've got our Skyline Conference. You've got the Kawapa League, the Tri-Valley Conference, the Oregon West Conference is the first pitch going to be looked at for strike one, outside part of the plate to Gilmore. And so you take the league champions, 6 of them, and you seed them 1 through 6. You also add a couple more at-large bids to give you the 8 teams that get an immediate berth into the state playoffs. And then you've got the number 2s from most of those leagues and a handful of number 3s from those leagues that enter into a 16-team play-in round. So the pitch swung on and missed, makes the count 1 ball and 2 strikes to Izzy Gilmore. Runner on first, Paitlin Croy, 1 away. The top of the second, Henley leads 3-0. Campos with the 1-2 to Gilmore. Kicks, delivers, misses high with the fastball. 2-2. So obviously when you play through those play-in games, you get 8 more teams. You seed them against the 8 you already had from your league champions and other at-large bids. And there's your 16-team OSAA bracket. Big swing and a miss as Gilmore goes down on strikes. She is the second casualty this inning. That brings up Kayla Wilcox. Campos' second strikeout on the day, and Wilcox's first crack at things, coming with 2 gone in the top of the second. Runner on first is Paitlin Croy. As the Henley outfield, couple of steps in. The first pitch on its way from Campos in the dirt. Fitzpatrick does a fine job of blocking that one, not letting it get to the backstop, but Wilcox is ahead in the count, 1-0. Henley, of course, when we talk about state championships, the 2017 state champion and also the 1989 state champion, is the pitch high in the zone, a ball and a strike. Kayla Wilcox stares down Campos. The pitch is looked at outside for a ball. Of course, that 2019 Henley team that made the state championship game and lost to LeGrand was there as well. In fact, Henley has made 9 championship games, but only those 2 rings to show for it, if you will. 3-1 the count now to Wilcox. You can see those trophies when you walk in the building, right in front of the gym, right next to where the kind of enshrinement of Dan O'Brien is in the Henley gym, as the 3-1 pitch is fouled back, 3-2. Of course, the track and field complex here at Henley, named after Dan O'Brien as well, a Henley product, and Olympic gold medalist decathlete, was a world record holder during the 90s. Swing and a miss, the 3-2 pitch as Wilcox goes down, and that will end the inning. No runs scored for the Pirates, no base hits. They do leave 1 stranded, and they trail 3-0 behind the Henley Hornets. You got the MyBasin.com game on 104.3 and 960 Sports.
Sports was kind of what defined me as a person. I loved to play every sport I could possibly play. The Abbeys was really the family stomping ground for all of our community. Saturday afternoon soccer tournaments, we'd head over to Abbeys afterwards. And then when we got up into middle school, on our way home, we'd stop at Abbeys after basketball games. When I go home, I want to see 2 things when I drive through Winston. I want to see my Abbeys, and I want to see my high school. And those are the 2 memories that stick out the most to me.
3-0. Henley leads Phoenix in the bottom of the second inning. Getting ready to get started as it'll be 7, 8, and 9 in the Hornets order. Ashlyn Cernowski, Caroline Mick, and Alhana Benson due up this half for the Hornets. Designated player Ashlyn Cernowski batting first here in this inning. Still on the mound, Raylissa Goff. Hornets got to her in the bottom half of inning number 1. Elizabeth Powell hit a 2-run shot, and Lilly Fitzpatrick followed that up with one of her own. Back-to-back dingers for the Hornets had them in business. That's why they lead 3-0. But Raylissa Goff, short memory for her. She struck out the next 3 batters she faced and gets ahead of Ashlyn Cernowski with strike 1. A good hard pitch right down Main Street. Caroline Mick on deck. The pitch is going to miss low. Was at the knees of Cernowski, maybe a bit inside as well. Goff shook her head a bit, but has to deal with that now. A ball and a strike to Cernowski. She twists, delivers, and fires right back to her off Goff's glove. Fielded by the shortstop Voss. Throw on to first, not in time. And Cernowski is aboard with an infield single. Caroline Mick stepping in. You might recognize the last name Mick if you're an Oregon Tech fan, as Mick swings and misses at the first pitch. 0-1. Of course, Kayla Mick on the Oregon Tech Owls, the team that won the Cascade Collegiate Conference last weekend. They are hosting the Cascade Collegiate Conference opening round here in Klamath Falls. The pitch to Mick bounced into the glove of Bright behind the dish, but she does a fine job of staying in front of it. Now a ball and a strike to Caroline. Oregon Tech's first game in the conference playoffs comes Friday afternoon at 2 o'clock as Mick shows bunt, lays one down, and it's foul. 0-2. We'll have coverage all weekend long on the station, 104.3 960 Sports, of Oregon Tech softball, their journey through the Cascade Collegiate Conference tournament. They are also the host of the NAIA opening round, one of the opening round sites. Don't quite know what teams are coming to Tech yet, obviously, as not all the teams in the national tournament not yet decided. Still have conference tournaments left to play as the 1-2 pitch is fouled off. Count remains 1-2 to Mick. But should be a fine weekend, except for the weather on Saturday. That's what we're hoping for up at John and Lewis Stillwell Stadium. Just some nice weather as that pitch comes in high and tight and gets Caroline Mick in the elbow. She is awarded a free pass, no outs, 2 runners on. Cernowski at second, Mick at first for Alhana Benson. Benson, the 9th hitter in the Henley order, and also the starting left fielder this afternoon. First time that Oregon Tech has hosted that Cascade Collegiate Conference tournament since 2015. Did it previously in 2011 when they won the national tournament. And of course last year, national runners-up to Southern Oregon. Alhana Benson goes to lay down a bunt and fouls it off. 0-1. It's been interesting watching some of these Henley players stay home and go to Oregon Tech. I'm thinking of Kayla Mick, McKenna Armentrout, to name a couple, some record holders here at Henley High School. And it's been nice for Oregon Tech's head coach Greg Stewart to be able to look in his own backyard for some of his best recruits. The pitch is going to miss low and away. 1-1 to Alhana Benson. This is Bobby Mick. Was the head coach here at Henley up until 2018. The pitch misses low and in the dirt. 2-1 to Alhana Benson. Now Coach Mick is at Oregon Tech assisting Greg Stewart. So again, it all just kind of works out here in Klamath. 2-1 The count to Alhana Benson. Swung on and missed. Strike 2. And bases are loaded, so this is actually Malia Mick at the plate. The pitch is looked at. High. 3-2 now, as it's Cernowski at third, Mick at second, and Benson at first. Bases juiced for the Hornets and nobody out in the bottom of the second. Swing and a miss. 3-2 the count now to Benson. Ska finds herself in a bit of a jam, and pardon me, that was Mick again at the plate, so 3-2 count to Mick. Apologies there. It is swung on and fouled into the parking lot. Count will remain full. And it looks like they're running low on softballs. So this is the second time that a ball has gone out of play, and our home plate umpire has to look towards the dugout to find if anyone has a softball left. Full count pitch to Malia Mick. As Raylissa Goff back in the circle. The pitch is going to be fouled back again into the parking lot, and that definitely caught a pickup truck. Someone is going to have to look at that one. And again, looking for softballs, just not enough. And worth mentioning also, these umpires working hard out here through no fault of their own. There is a lack of available officials, not only here in Klamath, but also all around the state. And if you want to stay in shape and be involved in the sport you love, one of the best ways to do that is to become an athletic official. Like I said, there's a shortage of them here in the state of Oregon, and we really do need your help now more than ever. You can visit osaa.org/officials for more information and to get your officiating journey started, as it looks like we're ready to go again. 3-2 the count to Malia Mick. The pitch looked at outside, ball 4, and that will walk in a run. Henley leads 4-0 as Cernowski scores. Mick to third, Benson to second, and Mick aboard with the walk. Brings up Elizabeth Powell. Powell really got a hold of one last time up. Sent a line shot over the center field fence. First pitch he looks at is lifted in the air, foul down the right field line. 0-1 the count to Powell. She's got power. She doesn't hit him super high in the air, does Powell, but she'll hit a line drive about 250 feet, it feels like sometimes. Pitch comes inside. Misses 1-1, maybe not 250, about 225. You can see Powell just hit one in a line drive. And the fence isn't very tall here at Henley. The 1-1 to Powell. Misses outside, 2-1. Elizabeth Powell up now with the bases loaded and nobody out. In the bottom of the second inning, Henley leads already 4-0. Elizabeth Powell awaits the 2-1. That one will miss low and inside. Looked like it broke back inside as well. Could have been a sinking pitch of some kind. 3-1. The count to Elizabeth Powell. Raylissa Goff again still searching for that first out. The pitch is a line drive into right center field. One run is going to score. That's Mick. Rounding third now is Benson. Also from first, it's Malia Mick, and she is going to score as well. A 3-run double for Elizabeth Powell gives the Hornets a 7-0 lead. Powell is having herself an afternoon. Already 5 RBIs for her today after that bases clearing double and that home run in the first. Now Lilly Fitzpatrick bats with nobody out and a runner on second. Fitzpatrick also hit a home run her first time through. The pitch to her is going to be high, well out of the zone, but swung on and missed to Fitzpatrick. Lilly has been the starting catcher through all league games this year for the Hornets. The pitch misses high off the glove of Bright behind third. Taking off for third is Powell, and she will get in there safely as Powell advances on the pass ball. They count 1-1 to Fitzpatrick, and Powell now stands at third. Just about anything in play will score. Fitzpatrick steps back in. The big bright white batting helmet of Fitzpatrick glistens as she swings. Pops out to second. Morgan is there to make the catch, but tagging and scoring from third is Powell, and she is safe. A sacrifice fly from Fitzpatrick gives the Hornets an 8-0 lead. One out in the inning. And in comes Annie Campos. Campos struck out her first time through. It was curious in that first inning how it all went down, really, because you had the error, the 2 home runs to give Henley a 3-0 lead, and then 3 straight strikeouts for Raylissa Goff for Phoenix. And it all started with Campos striking out first, but she runs into one there, sends it in the air to right field. It's going to be caught by Wilcox in right for the second out in this inning. That will bring up Anna Harper. Anna Harper was another strikeout casualty in the first inning. Again, the Hornets and the Phoenix baseball teams playing right behind us as the first pitch misses. 1-0 to Anna Harper. Hornets still in the hunt for a Skyline Conference title as well. They lead 2-0 over Phoenix in the baseball game going on behind us. Again, in this softball contest, Henley is up 8-0 over Phoenix in the bottom of the second. 2 outs. It's a 1-1 count to Anna Harper. Time on the field is, looks like we're ready to go now. The 1-1 to Harper is looked at low. A breaking pitch misses. 2-1 to Harper. Maddie Moore on deck, the right fielder, if she gets a chance this inning. Third base and first base for the Pirates playing shallow, kind of in, close to the circle, it feels like, as the 2-1 pitch missed inside. 3-1 to Harper. And the pitch, 3-1. It is lifted foul just out of play. Back where the Henley Hornets faithful sit. A lot of parents out here today. It is a beautiful day for softball after all. About 62 degrees at first pitch, a far cry from the frozen mornings that we had in April. The full count pitch to Harper. Misses. And a walk to Harper will bring up Maddie Moore. Moore struck out her first time through. There is a slight breeze here in Henley High School, but nothing that'll impact anything too much. Something blowing just a little bit to center field, maybe left center a little bit. And it's another stoppage in play. We've got to grab some softballs. A fine time to remind you that having the right set of tires and wheels on your vehicle is just part of an essential safety checklist. That's why Les Schwab does more than install just tires and wheels. You can come on in for a free pre-trip safety check, and they're going to help make sure that everything is in working order at Les Schwab Tires. They've got 2 locations in Klamath Falls, as the first pitch to Maddie Moore misses, goes back to the backstop, and Anna Harper advances to second on the wild pitch. That is a welcome back into the ball game. Henley leads 8-0. 2 outs and a runner on second is Anna Harper. And the Hornets' Maddie Moore at the dish. The pitch is a line drive back into center field. They're waving around Harper. She's headed home and she will score. An RBI single for Maddie Moore gives the Hornets a 9-0 lead in the bottom of the second inning. The Hornets have exploded for 6 runs here in the second, and they have batted around as this brings up Ashlyn Cernowski. Cernowski led off this inning with a single and now gets a second crack at things here with 2 outs and a runner on first in Maddie Moore. First pitch to her will miss. 1-0, and again, there is 2 outs in the inning. Apologies for those watching on the video. There is 2 outs in the inning and a 1-0 count to Ashlyn Cernowski. The pitch high out of the zone, but another swing and a miss evens the count at 1. On deck, Caroline Mick. Hornets have plated 6 already. That pitch comes inside and will hit Cernowski. She is aboard for the second time this inning. Moves Maddie Moore to second. Still 2 outs in the inning. This time, Caroline Mick has the honors. Earlier this inning, she was hit by a pitch. Came in high and tight and got her right in the elbow. She was down in the count, too, in a 1-2 count when it happened. But this time, takes a hack at the first pitch she sees and fouls it back. 0-1, the count to Mick. Hornets are liable to do this at any given time. A tough offense and top to bottom, tough outs. Both of the Mick sisters, obviously Elizabeth Powell, who has done some real damage today, 5 RBIs. Lilly Fitzpatrick, who has 2. This Hornets team comes up when it matters most. The 1-1 pitch is going to be lifted foul down the right field line and out of play. 1-2. Henley baseball team behind us, leading Phoenix 2-1. Raylissa Goff re-enters the circle. The pitch is going to miss. 2-2. If you're wondering about possible new pitchers in for the Pirates, only 2 extra players on the Phoenix bench. They traveled with 11 today. The 2-2 lifted into center field. Gallegos gets under it, puts that one away for the 3rd out. The Hornets plate 6 in the inning, and they lead 9-0 over the Phoenix Pirates. We head now to the top of the 3rd inning on 104.3 and 960 Sports with HD video on mybase.com.
Our construction arm statement is to enrich the lives of our customers and of our team. So we're trying to be the best construction company that we can be by bringing value to other people's lives. So the work we provide is basically from foundation to roof in residential, and we work in commercial construction. Find our Bellers Construction Facebook page or just give us a call. It's 541-205-1464. We are a licensed contractor at CCB 188923.
And welcome you back on MyBasin.com, 104.3 960 Sports for today's MyBasin.com game of the week between the Hornets and the Pirates. We're through 2 innings, now in the top of the 3rd, and Henley leads Phoenix 9-0. They exploded for 6 in the bottom half of the 2nd, and now Phoenix has a chance to rally and answer back. It's going to be 9-1-2 in the Pirates' order this inning. It's Morgan James, Raylissa Goff, and Addie Bright. Swing and a miss from Campos puts her ahead in the count 0-2 to Morgan James. A couple of quick fastballs from Campos has her way ahead, and she's already ready to go back to work. Campos finds the pitch, delivers. The breaking ball is going to be hit on the ground into right field. Throw on to first, though, is in time. And the unusual 9-3 putout sets down Morgan James. That brings up the top of the Phoenix order. Raylissa Goff steps in for Phoenix. Goff walked and was left stranded at second base her first time through. And more time called. And I think this time it has to do with the gate not being closed in front of the Henley dugout. And we're ready to go. Just have a gate problem. The first pitch on its way to Raylissa Goff misses high and away from Campos. 1-0 to Goff, who is the starting pitcher today for Phoenix. 9 runs have come across on her watch, 7 of them earned. So there have been a couple of Pirate errors in this game. The pitch is hit on the ground. Powell up with it from third. Throw on to Harper at first in time for the second out. Addie Bright now up for the Pirates, as she is the last hope here in the third. Already 2 away. Bright did single her first time through and was left stranded. The only base hit of the day for Phoenix thus far. Takes a big hack at the first pitch. Swings right underneath it. 0-1 to Addie Bright, the starting catcher for Phoenix today. It's Campos back in the circle, ready to deliver the 0-1. Campos tosses in kind of a skee ball there. Bounced most of the way home. 1-1. Campos, the sophomore pitcher. Basketball player as well, regarded as one of the best in the conference. She fires in strike 2. Was an all-conference basketball player. Addie Bright down in the count. 1-2 to Annie Campos. Pitch misses high. 2-2. There's 2 outs. In the top of the third, Henley leads game 1 of a 3-game season series with the Phoenix Pirates. Games 2 and 3 of this series will be played on Friday. The 2-strike pitch offered up at and missed by Addie Bright, and the Pirates go down 1-2-3 in the third inning, making way for the Hornets, and it'll be 9-1-2. That's Benson, Mick, and Powell when we come back in the Henley order, as the Hornets lead 9-0 on 104.3 and 960 Sports with HD video on mybasin.com.
Trying to lose some weight and get in shape? Harbor Isles Tennis and Fitness Club provides a clean and friendly workout environment with professional and experienced staff to help you achieve your goals. They offer state-of-the-art equipment, indoor tennis and pickleball courts, certified personal trainers, tons of group exercise classes. They're the best exercise facility in the Klamath Basin. Plus, they now have a smoothie bar to give you a nutritious boost after your workout. See and feel the difference at Harbor Isles Tennis and Fitness Club. It's the place to be.
Alhana Benson, Malia Mick, and Elizabeth Powell due up for the Hornets in the bottom half of the third, a game in which they lead 9-0 over the Phoenix Pirates. Raylissa Goff still in the circle for Phoenix, entering her third inning of work. So far, these 9 runs, 7 of them earned against Raylissa. 5 Hornets base hits have amounted these 9 runs. The thing you have to keep track of, a couple of errors, and also 3 walks and 2 hit batsmen so far for Raylissa Goff. These free passes that are coming around to score. Mentioned of those walks and hit batsmen, there are 6 in total 5 in total, and 4 have come around to score. And so you take those away, plus a couple of more unearned runs. Alyssa Goff hasn't had a terrible outing. There have been worse 9-0 starts for a pitcher. Bottom of the third inning, and Alhana Benson getting ready to step in. Benson is one of those batters that has been walked and came around to score. That was in that big second inning that Henley had where they scored 6 runs, and that put them up 9-0. The first pitch on its way to Benson, swung on and missed. Strike 1. 0-1. The count to Benson. It's the Phoenix defense shaded a little bit towards the left side in the outfield. The 0-1 is swung on and missed from Benson. As Raylissa Goff has struck out 3 today. She's had luck when ahead in the count. The 0-2 is a breaking ball, swung on and missed. Strike 3. The throw down to first is in time for the first out. Alhana Benson goes down swinging, and that brings up Malia Mick. Mick has reached on an error and walked to this point in the game. She's come around to score each time. As Raylissa Goff ready to deliver the pitch to the left-handed hitting Mick. Swung on and missed. The Hornets taking some big cuts this half inning, but have come up empty. Left-handed hitting Mick has some bounce in her batting stance. Watches that one miss high, 1-1. Reminds you a little bit about her sister Kayla Mick on Oregon Tech, who holds a couple of records here at Henley, to name one. The single-season RBI record is Kayla Mick. She scored 61 RBIs. That was also a top 10 mark in the state of Oregon's history. The 1-2 pitch hit on the ground to second. Morgan is up to it. The throw on to first, not in time as Mick beats out the infield single. And with one away, that brings up Elizabeth Powell. Powell has had herself a fine afternoon so far today. In the first, a 2-run homer, and in the second, a 3 RBI double. She's had 5 of the Henley's 9 runs scored so far have come off the bat of Elizabeth Powell. By the way, last Wednesday against North Valley, Powell hit for the cycle. 2 singles, a double, a triple, and a home run for Elizabeth. And yeah, there's a ball that landed its way into left field. It was a baseball. I think it might have been a foul ball from the baseball game. And so play is stopped. By the way, when we talk about that baseball game, Henley leads Phoenix 4-1. They lead 9-0 here in this softball contest, which is getting going again. The 1-0 misses inside, 2-0 to Powell. That one missed inside. She had to scoot out of the way of that one. The 2-0 to Powell, lifted in the air down the right field line and foul. Into that tall grass that separates Henley High School from Henley Elementary School. If you've never been out here, it's all kind of one campus out here at Henley High School. The 1-2 is going to be lined into center field, and Gallegos is up with it. She puts that one away for the second out in the inning, and that will bring up Lilly Fitzpatrick with 2 away and a runner on first. And so the elementary school here at Henley and the high school separated by just a parking lot, and the middle school is close as well. And pitch came in and hit Fitzpatrick So she will get on base as Mick moves to second. Brings up Annie Campos with 2 away and 2 runners on. Campos 0 for 2 thus far, a strikeout and a flyout. Right-handed hitting Campos, looking to help out her own cause and put her team up by that coveted 10th run. A ball in the gap could score 2 with Fitzpatrick at first. And again, we've got to figure out the softballs situation. Looks like we are a little bit low, unless this isn't Campos hitting and we have a substitution. Unsure, and we'll get that for you here in just a second. This broadcast brought to you by John Bowers Construction. The team can get your yard cleaned up and ready for spring planting. You can get on their mowing and weeding maintenance schedule. John's crew is ready to make your yard look its best. You can call John Bowers Construction and Landscape Maintenance today at 541-205-1464. First pitch is a line drive into left center field. That gets down. Annie Campos. 1 run is home. They're waving around Fitzpatrick, and she is going to score as well. Annie Campos with a 2-run double, giving the Hornets an 11-0 lead. Anna Harper steps in now. Harper has walked and struck out so far. And that substitution, by the way, that the Hornets made was not for Annie Campos. She did, in fact, get on base there and make that hit. It was Susie Nichols running for Fitzpatrick on the base paths. And I think Nichols is also going to replace Campos on the base paths as well. And that will be the case. Still, Anna Harper to hit for the Hornets. Struck out in the first, walked, and came around to score in the second. Hornets have scored 2 in this inning, both off the bat of Annie Campos after she had just hit that 2-run double. And my apologies, that is not Nichols running. It is Jamie Whitaker, the junior, on second base for Henley, running for Campos. All right, we're ready to go as Anna Harper steps in. First pitch to her from Goff is hit in the air to left center field, and that one is over my head and gone. A 2-run home run for Anna Harper gives the Hornets a 13-0 lead. As that home run was basically right overhead, hit directly to us. If I wasn't attached to this here soundboard, I bet that catch would have been made, as there is a meeting out there on the mound. As it looks like we might get a pitching change, although there's been no one warming up in the Phoenix bullpen or anything like that. We remind you that this game is brought to you by Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Picking the right path can make the journey easier, the distance shorter, and can assure that you end up at the right place. Whether you're dreaming of owning a home or you just want a great checking account, Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union can help you reach your goals. As meeting on the mound looks to be about over. 2 away in the bottom of the third. And Henley leads 13-0. Baseball score, Henley leads Phoenix 5-1. Maddie Moore steps in as Raylissa Goff stays in the circle for Phoenix. The pitch is going to miss outside. 1-0. 13-0. Henley leads. They've scored 5 more this inning. Or 4 more this inning. The pitch is fouled back 1-1. 2 off the bat of Annie Campos on a double. 2 more on the 2-run homer from Anna Harper, and now bases are empty for Raelissa Goff and 2 outs as the pitcher Goff tries to desperately get out of this inning. She's behind in the count 2-0 after missing there to Maddie Moore, who has struck out and singled so far today. Goff awaiting the sign. She toes the rubber and twists and delivers. Pitch finds the outside part of the zone, a breaking pitch. Broke from over the plate right down the middle to down and away. The curveball working for Goff there. The count down 2 balls and 2 strikes. It is swung on and missed, and the Hornets score 4 in the bottom half of the 3rd inning, giving them a 13-0 lead as we head to the top half of the 4th on 104.3 and 960 Sports with HO on mybasin.com.
Hi there, it's Les Schwab Tires, reminding you that changing seasons can mean changing road conditions. Introducing the brand new Backcountry AT2 for a quieter ride with improved performance in wet conditions. Because when it comes to keeping your family safe, the right tires help you feel prepared for anything. Seriously, anything. Now save up to $130 when you buy Quadtrac tires with financing. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
We welcome you back on 104.3 and 960 Sports with HD Video on mybasin.com. Getting ready here in the top of the 4th inning, and Henley leads 13-0 over the Phoenix Pirates. Due up this half for Phoenix is Jaden Voss, Carson Gallegos, and Violet Harper. That is the middle of the Phoenix order, 3-4-5. As Phoenix tries desperately to get back into this game. Annie Campos still in the circle for the Hornets. She has pitched splendid this afternoon. Just the 1 base hit given up way back in the 1st inning, and she gets ahead of Voss there, 0-1 in the count. Five batters in a row retired by Campos. She did have that 1 walk mixed in earlier in the game. She's ahead in the count, 0-1, 0-2 after a swing and a miss from Jaden Voss. Voss flew into a double play her last time up. A line drive to third allowed Anna Harper, the third baseman, to step on the bag herself to record a double play when Addie Bright wasn't tagging. As the breaking pitch misses low and away to Voss. Now a 1-2 count. As Campos steps back in. The pitch is looked at on the outside. 2-2, that one missing. Fitzpatrick let that one bounce off of her glove. And to the backstop. 2-2 count to Jaden Voss. The pitch misses high. Campos, after being ahead in the count, 0-2, falls behind 3-2. A full count to Voss. And the Phoenix dugout gets into it a little bit. The pitch swung on and missed, and Campos gets Voss swinging for the first out. Carson Gallegos steps in. 5 strikeouts today for Annie Campos, and she can throw that breaking stuff, but man, I'll tell you, her fastball has just so much zip to it, and she can afford with just getting away with that for a little while, although Annie, a much and currently improving player, works very hard to master her entire repertoire. Again, talked for just a second with Lilly Fitzpatrick, the catcher for Henley. Swing and a miss. The count now 0-2 to Gallegos. So they haven't clocked how fast Annie throws yet. Although, I would be curious to see what happened if they did. Gallegos switches from being a left-handed hitter to now hitting from the right side as she watches one miss outside, 1 and 2. As Gallegos, a switch hitter, was hitting from the left side to try to work in and kind of slap one. But now with 2 strikes, hitting from the right side. The 1 and 2 pitch is going to miss low, 2 and 2. And we'll see if Campos can have a similar outcome now as she did in the previous at-bat where she was up 0-2 and then fell behind as she set down Voss on strikes. The 2-2 pitch looked at, missed, high, well high to Gallegos. 3 and 2 to the Phoenix center fielder. Henley center fielder, Mick, playing just a couple of steps in. The full count pitch to Gallegos, looked at for ball 4. 1 out walk issued to Gallegos. That brings up Violet Harper. Harper grounded out her first time through. Routine to Northcutt at second, but now in a bit of a different situation with a runner on and 1 out. First pitch to Harper, swung on and missed. Strike 1. A lot of first pitch strikes for Campos, and that is a big deal for pitchers to get ahead in that count 0-1. And sorry for the distraction there, as it looked like Gallegos was ready to lay down the bunt, or excuse me, Harper was ready to lay down the bunt as Gallegos swipes second. She's in there safely. The call at the plate was a strike, so it's 0-2. And before all of that even happened, another baseball ended up in center, and time was not called. So Amelia Mick had to kind of scramble to throw that one back over. And then there was the bunt and the steal, and the 0-2 pitch missed low in the dirt to Harper. 1 and 2. And for the third batter in a row, Annie Campos getting ahead in the count 0-2. And now starting to see the strike zone dissipate a bit. The 1-2 home to Harper. That one misses inside. Fitzpatrick kept it in front of her. Solid work from the catcher, Lilly Fitzpatrick, as she has proven to be a backstop all season long. Doesn't let too much of anything get by her. 2-2. Campos in the count to Harper. The pitch is a ground ball to second. Northcutt up with it. The throw on to Harper at first is in time. Gallegos advanced to third on the play, and now there are 2 outs for the Pirates. A runner on third, and in steps Paitlin Croy. Croy walked and was left stranded in her first at-bat. The first pitch to her from Campos misses, gets the backstop, and Gallegos is going to score, and she does. Phoenix on the board here in the top of the 4th inning. They still trail 13-1 to the Henley Hornets, but Gallegos does come around to score after getting a board from the walk. Now it's Paitlin Croy, the left-handed hitting third baseman for the Pirates. The pitch to her misses high. 2-0. And that is back-to-back pitches missing high for Campos. By the way, check the baseball score behind us. Henley is up 9-1. Here they're up 13-1 in the softball game. Campos ready to deliver the 2-0. It is swung on and missed. 2-1 to Croy. On deck, Izzy Gilmore. Campos trying to work here with 2 outs. The 2-1 pitch on the way from Annie is looked at. Oh, just missed on the outside part of the zone, or lack thereof zone rather, as that one just missed for Campos. 3-1. The count to Croy. The pitch is swung on, fouled back. Another hard fastball there from Campos. Croy just a tad late on that one. Runs the count full 3-2 with 2 outs in the inning, and Henley leading 13-1. Outfield shaded a bit in for Henley. Campos ready to deliver the full count pitch. Kicks and delivers. It is looked at for ball 4. Misses just high. Paitlin Croy walks for the second time today, and in steps Izzy Gilmore. Gilmore struck out her first time through. See if she can keep this rally going with 2 outs and a runner on. Right-handed hitting Gilmore steps in. Starting at first base today for Phoenix. The pitch from Campos is swung on, fouled back. Gilmore a little bit late, a little bit under that one. 0-1. 1 run coming home to score this inning for Phoenix is Carson Gallegos walked, stole second, advanced to third on a ground out, and then scored on a pass ball. Pitch missed high to Gilmore. A ball and a strike. Kayla Wilcox on deck if she gets a chance. Campos ready to deliver. And it's fouled back again. A ball and 2 strikes. Campos only allowing 1 base hit today. Came in the first inning. Again, Gallegos scored because she was walked. 1-2. As Gilmore steps back in. The pitch. It is looked at for strike 3. She got Gilmore looking, and that will end the inning. The Pirates do plate 1 in the inning. No base hits and 1 runner left. They trail the Henley Hornets 13-1 on 104.3 and 960 Sports with HD video on mybasin.com.
On Top Tree Services have one of the highest buckets in town. No job too small, no tree too tall. Operating since 2017, this crew's ready for your land clearing, tree removal, tree trimming, stump grinding, and fire prevention. On Top Tree Services offers same-day estimates. I can't mention this enough. If a tree falls on your house or vehicle, they offer a 24/7 emergency tree or limb removal. Give them a call today at 541-882-8707. On Top Tree Services, fast, easy, and reliable. CCB 216014.
And we're back on 104.3 960 Sports and HD video on mybasin.com. Getting ready for the bottom of the 4th inning, and Henley leads right now 13-1. The Hornets 13 runs on 8 hits. No errors committed thus far for Henley. And today for Phoenix, 1 run on 1 hit, and they have committed 2 errors to this point in the ball game. In the bottom of the 4th inning, due up for the Hornets is going to be Ashlyn Cernowski, Caroline Mick, and Alhana Benson. That is 7, 8, 9 in the Phoenix order. Four runs scored last inning for Henley, giving them this 13-0 lead. 6 runs in the second and 3 in the first. See what Cernowski can do now. She is 1 for 1 today. She was hit by a pitch and has walked so far. Raylissa Goff still in the circle for the Pirates. The pitch misses high, 1-0. Cooled down a little bit as the sun sneaks behind the clouds here in Klamath Falls. Started today at 62 degrees. We're down now at 59 here in the Klamath Basin. The 1-0 finds the zone for a strike, making it 1-1 to Cernowski. Also a volleyball player for the Hornets. Cernowski delivers, misses, Goff delivers to Cernowski and misses, 2-1 to Ashland. This Henley Hornets team looking to make the playoffs this year for yet another year in a row. We're state runner-ups. The last year we had a state championship game. Now, last year was out in the showcase. No official state championship last year for Marist, but again, Henley making the time in 2019 as well, as that is a 4-pitch walk to Cernowski. She is on board with nobody out, and that brings up Caroline Mick. This Hornets team has been to 9 state championship teams in the program's history, has only won 2 of them, and now looking for maybe championship number 3 in what has been an odd season so far for Henley. A swing and a miss to Caroline Mick, 0-1. And the 9 straight non-league losses for Henley really put a damper on how they look to the rest of the state. The pitch grounded into left field, and it is through for a base hit. As Caroline Mick is on board with nobody out, Ashlyn Cernowski moves up to second, and that will bring up Alhana Benson. Started ranked number 2 in the state coming into the season in the preseason coaches poll. And I think the Hornets could still be, maybe not number 2 in the state good, but definitely a top 10. And right now they're on the outside looking in, not even receiving votes in the latest coaches poll, even after recovering and winning 9 of their last 10. Now, it seems like the Hornets have gotten it together. Yes, they have played the Skyline Conference opponents in North Valley and Klamath Union, who each are some of the worst teams in the state when it comes to state rankings, respectively. Of course, the Pelicans ranked 34th in the state out of 34 teams. The Knights ranked 32nd out of 34 teams. So 6 wins there. You've also got 3 more against Hidden Valley. And now is when the Hornets play the top half of the Skyline Conference. You've got this 3-game series with Phoenix. And again, Henley is winning right now, as the first pitch to Benson is swung on and missed. And then next week for the Hornets, they've got their, arguably their toughest test of the season, when they've got to play a 3-game set against Mazama that will likely decide the Skyline Conference. A ground ball hit to third, foul. 0-2 to Alhana Benson. On first, it's Mick. And second, it's Cernowski. Hornets have won the Skyline Conference Championship the last 6 years. Again, that impressive 85-game winning streak in that time. A pitch is going to be popped foul from Benson. 0-2. And even before they were winning every straight Skyline Conference title, Henley has not lost to a Phoenix team in 8 seasons since before 2014. The pitch looked at, missed outside 1-2. And even though this year's test against Mazama is going to be tough for Henley, again, they have beaten them up in years past. A fly ball hit to center field. Going back is Gallegos. It's going to one-hop the wall. 1 run is going to come in to score for the Hornets, and that will be all as Cernowski crosses home, giving the Hornets a 14-1 lead on a double from Alhana Benson. Mick to third, and now it's back to the top of the Hornets order and Malia Mick. Mick today, 1 for 2, reached on an error and has a base hit so far. She's also walked, has come around to score each time. Takes a hack at the first pitch she sees, just a tad late on that one, and fouls it back 0-1. Nobody out in the inning and 2 runners in scoring position. At third, it is Mick. At second, it's Alhana Benson, who has knocked the 1 run in this inning home for the Hornets. Pitch fouled back. 0-2 to Mick. Her sister, Kayla Mick, part of that Oregon Tech team that won the Cascade Collegiate Conference Tournament. And while Kayla was still at Henley, her season mark of 61 RBI is the best all-time for a single season at Henley High School. 61 RBIs, that's good enough for the 7th best in state history. That is a line shot to center field, over the wall, a 3-run blast for Malia Mick. Gives the Hornets a 17-0 lead. Base is empty now for the Hornets. Elizabeth Powell up now. 3 RBIs and 3 runs home off the bat of Malia Mick, up 17-1 are the Hornets. Elizabeth Powell has done some damage this afternoon as well. 5 RBIs for her. She is 2 for 3. She also flew out to center field her last time through. Fine time to remind you that this game is brought to you by Harbor Isles Tennis and Fitness Club. Harbor Isles Tennis and Fitness have the most understanding personal trainers you could ask for. They help you get motivated, and the workouts will make you feel accomplished all day. Speaking of feeling accomplished, how about all May long getting half off your first month? Now, you're going to feel accomplished when you save a little bit of that money by going to Harbor Isles Tennis and Fitness Club. Half off the month of May. That's pretty neat. Line drive into center field. That's going to get over the head of Gallegos. Down for Elizabeth Powell. Rounds first and heads for second. She slides in there safely. A double for Elizabeth Powell. The second time she has reached second base today. And a meeting at the mound. We might be seeing the last of Raylissa Goff, and we'll just have to see with the infield and outfield meeting here for the Pirates. Runner on second and nobody out. Henley leads 17-0. Talked quite a bit about what's up next for these Hornets, but you can take a look ahead at the schedule for the Phoenix Pirates as well. After this 3-game series with Henley concludes on Friday, they will be at home against Hidden Valley on Wednesday, and on the road against Hidden Valley on Wednesday, and then at home next Saturday, the 14th, which will finish out Skyline Conference regular season play. Now, the rankings lock on the next Monday, which is the 16th. They lock the 16th at midnight, and then we know if the Hornets will be an at-large team, if they are going to be a play-in team. It just all depends on what happens in the final 6 games of the season. And I'm counting today as one of those 6 games, obviously incomplete yet, although the Hornets are in control of this one, and we'll have a new pitcher for the Pirates. And we'll continue on talking about the playoffs when we come back, as the Hornets lead 17-1 on 104.3 and 960 Sports, with video on mybasin.com.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and Little League teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars. There are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account, the retirement planning, and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between, we keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
And we welcome you back on 104.3 960 Sports and HD video on mybasin.com. A new pitcher in for the Phoenix Pirates as Jaden Voss comes in to throw for Phoenix. She comes in from shortstop, and now playing shortstop for Phoenix is Lexi Dial. And she will come in to replace Goff. Those are the only defensive changes for the Pirates so far. We re-enter the game with the runner on second. It's Elizabeth Powell. And nobody out in the bottom of the fourth. And Henley leading the Pirates 17-1 in the Skyline Conference softball matchup. First pitch to Fitzpatrick. Misses high. 1-0. Lilly today has homered. She has a sacrifice fly. And she's been hit by a pitch, but 2 RBIs for her today. Pitch to Fitzpatrick, misses low, in the dirt to the backstop, and Powell advances to third on the wild pitch. Runner at third and nobody out. 17-1, Henley leads. Voss toes the rubber, twists, kicks, and delivers. That one's going to come in and hit Fitzpatrick in the helmet. She looks okay, and that's why you have the helmet, is she doesn't look affected at all, which is good. That's the second time she's been hit by a pitch. Powell stays at third, and now with nobody out and runners at the corners, it's Annie Campos. Campos is 1 for 3 today, struck out and flown out to this point in the game, and she has also hit a 2 RBI double. On deck after her is Anna Harper, and it looks like, well, I'm not quite sure. There's a conversation happening at first with our umpiring crew, and Coach Stock is over there, and I'm not quite sure what's going on. But it looks like we're ready to resume things. Everyone has returned to their posts. Coach Stock back in the third base coaching box. All the base runners back on base. And Annie Campos stepping in against Jaden Voss, coming in relief of Raylissa Goff, who pitched 3 complete innings today. First pitch to Campos. Misses inside. 1-0. Raylissa Goff, 17 runs, 14 of them earned, 9 base hits against her and 4 walks. She also struck out 3. She would be on the hook for the loss if Henley holds on. The pitch missed high, can't be squeezed by Bright, and the ball hits the dirt, allowing Fitzpatrick to advance to second. So now 2 runners in scoring position for Annie Campos. The exact position she found herself in last inning, when she knocked in 2 on a double. Takes a big hack at that one, pops it up in the infield. It is caught by the pitcher Voss for the first out. This will bring up Anna Harper. Harper has struck out, walked, and hit a 2-run home run last inning. That allowed Henley to score 4 more and build their lead to 17-1. First pitch is going to get to the backstop. No runners moving, as Anna Harper will just be ahead in the count, 1-0. Around the diamond for the Pirates again. Only defensive change is Dial at short. Paitlin Croy still at third. Morgan James still at second. Gilmore at first. Violet Harper in left. Carson Gallegos in center. And Kayla Wilcox in right for Phoenix. A 2-1 count to Anna Harper with 2 runners in scoring position and 1 out. The pitch. It's going to be looked at for ball 3. Anna Harper has walked already once today. 1 of 4 Hornets batters who have walked, and 4 more have been hit by a pitch. The pitch, 3-0 home, misses high, and that will load him up for Maddie Moore. At third, it's Powell. At second, it's Fitzpatrick. Maddie Moore, 1 for 3 today. She does have an RBI single in the second. Other than that, a pair of strikeouts for Moore to this point in the ballgame. Voss starts her out with a pitch that missed low, 1-0. The Hornets, if they're able to hold on to this ball game, would be 10-0 in conference play and would improve their overall record to 500 as a pitch gets to the backstop. 2-0. The count to Maddie Moore is it's to that point in the ball game where even on a pass ball, runners at third, they're not breaking for the plate. Runners anywhere really not on the move and not trying to be on the move too much. As it's on Jaden Voss to fire in strikes, and she does so there. Count now 2-1 to Maddie Moore. It's been a fine afternoon for some softball today. Seen plenty of friendly faces. Seen Henley head football coach Alex Stork out here today as that pitch misses high, 3-1. Coach Stork also a junior varsity girls basketball coach and assistant on the varsity team. I've seen the boys basketball coach Luke Hammond here a number of times. Just a fine day for softball here in the South Basin. 3-1. A ground ball to short, and that is underneath the glove of Dial at short, the defensive substitution. And she commits an error that allows 1 run to score. It is now 18-1. Henley leads. Powell scores, Fitzpatrick to third, Harper to second, and Maddie Moore aboard at first. This brings up Ashlyn Cernowski. It's the second time that Ashlyn has led off an inning, and then the team bats around after her as she's down in the count 0-1. This inning, she started off with a walk and came around to score off the bat of Alhana Benson. The pitch from Voss looked at for strike 2, an 0-2 count now to Cernowski, who again has singled, she has walked, and she was hit by a pitch. Here's the 0-2. Swung on and missed. Strike 3, down goes Cernowski for the second out in the inning, and that will bring up Caroline Mick. Mick has been hit by a pitch. She has flown out and and singled today. First pitch to her, a line drive to short underneath the glove of Dial. That will get into left field for a base hit. Fitzpatrick comes in to score, and that will be all. 19-1. Henley leads in an RBI single for Caroline Mick. Harper to third, Moore to second, and this will bring up Alhana Benson. 2 away in the bottom of the fourth inning, and Henley leads big in the late going of this game. They are up 18 runs. As Voss with Harper on third, Moore on second, and Mick at first fires in a pitch there that will miss. The count now 2-0. Voss back in the circle. Ready to go again. Delivers. The count now 3-0. Another one missing low to Alhana Benson, who has walked once already today. The 3-0 on its way to Benson is going to miss in the dirt. Ball 4, and the score now 20-1. Henley leads as Harper scores. Moore to third, Mick to second, and Benson aboard with a walk. That will bring up the top of the Hornets order in Malia Mick. Mick so far today a 2-run home run earlier this inning. And other than that, a single. She has reached on an error once and a walk to this point in the game for Mick. First pitch to the left-handed hitting Mick. Finds the outside part of the zone for strike one. And Voss delivers the 0-1. Line shot to third base, snagged by Croy, and that will end the inning. Not before 6 more runs come across for the Hornets in the inning. They lead by 19, 20-1. We head now to the top of the 5th on 104.3 and 960 Sports with HD video on Mason.com.
Sports was kind of what defined me as a person. I loved to play every sport I could possibly play. The Abbeys was really the family stomping ground for all of our community. Saturday afternoon soccer tournaments, we'd head over to Abbeys afterwards. And then when we got up into middle school, on our way home, we'd stop at Abbeys after basketball games. When I go home, I want to see 2 things when I drive through Winston. I want to see my Abbeys, and I want to see my high school. And those are the 2 memories that stick out the most to me.
Into the top of the 5th inning we go, 20-1. Henley leads Phoenix in this Skyline Conference matchup. Game 1 of a 3-game set between these 2 squads. Games 2 and 3 will be played in a doubleheader at Lithia Driveway Fields on Friday. Right now, Henley is in the lead right now, again, 20-1. They've been in control of this ball game since the very first inning. Campos entering her 5th inning of work. Starts out with ball 1 to Kayla Wilcox. 0 for 1 today for Wilcox. A strikeout came back in the 2nd inning. Campos toes the rubber once more with the 1-0. Taking her time, getting back into the box is Wilcox. I think it was a batting glove dispute. She's back in there and watches that one miss low. 2-0 to Wilcox. On deck, Morgan James and Raylissa Goff. Due up this half for the Pirates, as these are their last hopes. They've got to score 10 runs this inning if they want to keep this one alive. The 2-0 pitch grounded to first. Harper up with it. She touches the bag for the first out here in the top of the 4th. Excuse me, top of the 5th. And Morgan James, who's 0 for 1 today, steps back in. James hit one to right field her last time up, got down, but she was thrown out before she could get to first from the right fielder Moore. Swing and a miss for James, down in the count 0-1. Pitch from Campos, misses high and away, 1-1. Only 1 base hit today for the Phoenix Pirates. Came back in the 1st inning off the bat of Addie Bright. Campos with the 1-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2 to Wilcox, to James. Phoenix's 1 run last inning came when Gallegos was walked, stole second, advanced to third on a ground out, and then scored on a pass ball. Check swing, and she did not go around. James lives to see another pitch. 2 balls and 2 strikes now to James. Starting at second base today for Phoenix, a 3-sport athlete for the Pirates, volleyball and basketball. Also played for the Pirates by Morgan James. The 2-2 pitch looked at for strike 3, and Campos now just 1 out away from finishing this one off and sending the Pirates back home unhappy. Raylissa Goff, The last hope for Phoenix in the top of the 5th. Mercy rule in effect. The pitch from Campos, swung on and missed, strike one. Goff today, 0 for 1. She walked in the first and grounded out in the third. Finds herself behind in the count, 0-1 here. Campos delivers. A breaking pitch that is popped up into left field, and that ball is caught by Mick. That is the ball game, and the Henley Hornets take game 1 of a 3-game season series against the Phoenix Pirates, 20-1. We're going to recap this one for you, and we will continue that on 104.3 and 960 Sports with HD video on mybasin.com.
Sports was kind of what defined me as a person. I loved to play every sport I could possibly play. The Abbeys was really the family stomping ground for all of our community. Saturday afternoon soccer tournaments, we'd head over to Abbeys afterwards. And then when we got up into middle school, on our way home, we'd stop at Abbeys after basketball games. When I go home, I want to see 2 things when I drive through Winston. I want to see my Abbeys, and I want to see my high school. And those are the 2 memories that stick out the most to me.
Final score this afternoon from Henley High School, 20-1. The Hornets notch league win number 10 behind a brilliant pitching performance once again from Annie Campos. She is the winning pitcher today for the Hornets. 5 innings pitched, 1 run. It was earned. She gave up 1 base hit. She walked 2 and struck out 7. Another great win for Annie Campos. The losing pitcher this afternoon, Raylissa Goff, pitching 3 innings, 17 runs, 14 of them earned, 9 hits against her. She walked 4 and struck out 3. Jaden Voss came in relief, pitched the final 4th inning, gave up 3 runs, 2 of them earned, 1 hit, 2 walks, and she didn't strike out anyone. Can highlight a couple of offensive key performers today for Henley. How about we start at the top of the order and talk about Malia Mick, who scored in each of her 4 trips around the bases, plus a 3-run shot in the 4th inning to help her team over the Phoenix Pirates today. Might also talk about another brilliant day for Elizabeth Powell. 5 RBIs this afternoon, 2 doubles, and that 2-run home run back in the first inning. Powell also flew out today, but 3 for 4 with 5 RBIs. That is a solid afternoon for the Henley third baseman. Lilly Fitzpatrick also had a fine day, 2 RBIs. She hit a home run in the first and a sacrifice fly in the second, giving her 2 RBIs today. In her 2 subsequent at-bats, was hit by a pitch twice, came around to score each time. And then finally, we'll talk about Anna Harper, who had the 3rd home run of the day for the Hornets, a 2-run blast in the 3rd. She also walked twice, but it was that 2-run home run why we're highlighting the first baseman Anna Harper this afternoon as one of the reasons Henley was able to grab league win number 10, pushed to 500 overall on the season, and we'll give you an updated look at the Skyline Conference standings and how the playoff picture shakes out when we come back and continue the postgame show on 103 and 960 Sports HD video on mybasin.com.
Hi there, it's Les Schwab Tires, reminding you that changing seasons can mean changing road conditions. Introducing the brand new Backcountry AT2 for a quieter ride with improved performance in wet conditions. Because when it comes to keeping your family safe, the right tires help you feel prepared for anything. Seriously, anything. Now save up to $130 when you buy Quadtrac tires with financing. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
At Bowers Construction, our mission statement is to enrich the lives of our customers and of our team. So we're trying to be the best construction company that we can be by bringing value to other people's lives. So the work we provide is basically from foundation to roof in residential, and we work in commercial construction. Find our Bowers Construction Facebook page or just give us a call. It's 541-205-1464. We are a licensed contractor at CCB 188923.
Hi, I'm Rob Cedar, General Manager of Clown Falls Honda and Clown Falls Subaru. I've lived here my whole life. Most of our employees have lived here their whole life too. Our sales, service, parts, and body shop teams are all staffed with experienced local folks. You know them and they know you. Our dealerships are comfortable and not corporate. Comfortable means we're focused on you. I'm Rob and I'm glad to know you.
Sports was kind of what defined me as a person. I loved to play every sport I could possibly play. The Abbeys was really the family stomping ground for all of our community. Saturday afternoon soccer tournaments, we'd head over to Abbeys afterwards. And then when we got up into middle school, on our way home, we'd stop at Abbeys after basketball games. When I go home, I want to see 2 things when I drive through Winston. I want to see my Abbeys and I want to see my high school. And those are the 2 memories that stick out the most to me.
Welcome back, 104.3 960 Sports and HD video on mybasin.com. The Henley Hornets with a 20-1 win over the Phoenix Pirates this afternoon. Henley improving now to 10-0 on the conference season. That puts them in first place in the Skyline Conference. They're now 10-10 overall on the season. Let's take a quick look now at those Skyline Conference standings. Henley is in first place, half a game up on Mazama, 10-0. Mazama is 9-0, still undefeated in conference play too. Those 2 teams are going to clash next week, and that'll be an exciting affair. We'll talk about that in a minute. Phoenix is now 6-4. They are still third place in the conference. Hidden Valley 3-6. Klamath Union and North Valley each 0-9 in the Skyline Conference. Only top 10 rated team is Mazama, and these Vikings are going to play the Hornets next week in a 3-game series that will likely decide the conference. Now, before that, Henley does have to get through 2 more against Phoenix. That'll be played on Friday at Lithia Driveway Fields in Medford. We unfortunately won't be there to broadcast that one. We'll be broadcasting the baseball doubleheader taking place on Friday. By the way, the Henley baseball squad beating Phoenix this afternoon 12-1. This about does it for us this afternoon. Appreciate you being with us on 104.3 and 960 Sports with HD video on mybasin.com. Of course, mybasin.com, your home for everything going on in the Klamath Basin, from news to sports to special events, everything else in between. Find us online at mybasin.com. Final score this afternoon, 20-1, Henley over Phoenix. We'd like to thank a couple of the folks that make this broadcast possible. Of course, both head coaches, Coach Brian Stock at Henley and Kevin Scoggins at Phoenix. Appreciate both head coaches and both athletic directors as well for working with the broadcast each and every time we've got to do it. Jesse Hamilton at Henley and Dave Erdhart at Phoenix High School. Those gentlemen do some fine work promoting these athletic programs, so special thanks to them for helping us with the broadcast each week. Final score, 20-1, Henley with the win. Games 2 and 3 on Friday. This is Josh Eldridge saying so long from Henley High School.